behind that curtain.
When first thought, submit spirit form matter. Our celestial humanity arrives, awakening in a dream, an inception of our reality. So we live, we love, and then there is music. So we dance, we sing, we praise, we reflect. In the infinite in between, the now that was, faces dance in our dreams. Some familiar, some
a single vision radio.
Cosmic composition. In the irrelevance of this time, we realize the passion of the random action, learning the lesson that the brotherhood of man is far more important than the ego of any individual. Imagination becomes the sound of thought, traveling at the speed of light. So we paint on the canvas of our ephemeral encounters. A masterpiece that lives in an eternity of a child's mind.
Hello?
Hey, what's up, yo?
Hey, I just called you.
Yeah, this phones was tripping out on me, man. Every time I try to do something positive, them alphabet people start messing with my shit,
Okay.
Yeah, but alright, I'm gonna jump right on in here. Alright. Tell us the Detroit you know. The good old days, what it was like, and some of the memories and how it's evolved over the years.
Well, the Detroit I know was a project Detroit, because that's where I was born and raised at. I was born in the Brewster projects. And the Detroit I knew was a lot of fun as a kid, because we did a lot of activities. There was a lot of kids around to play with, and we did a lot of different things together. And coming up was real interesting, because you learned a lot of things. You learned, as a child, you learned child things.
Yeah.
As a teenager, you learned teenager things. As an adult, you learned adult things. But basically, it's a place that I love growing up in. I wouldn't want to trade it for nothing else in the world.
Yeah.
Because the Detroit I know was full of excitement and thrills all the time.
That's what's up. That's cosmic, yo. That's cosmic. So what does the spirit of Detroit mean for you, and what does it mean you think it means for Detroiters, the real Detroiters?
Well, the spirit of Detroit for me is a place where you can venture out and really learn not only things about Detroit, but things about the entire world as a whole. Because you have a lot of different nationalities in Detroit, and you can actually speak to different type of people and learn where they come from and how they, was raised and things happening. Then you can share how you was raised and things happening and compare the differences.
Yeah.
And it's just it's an amazing place to be.
That's what's up. That's what's up. That's true indeed. That's true indeed. So, over the last few years, we've been going through this pandemic, and the way things and the way things used to be, how do we as families, find new ways to love and show love to one another and be unified together? How do we do that?
It's kind of difficult in the pandemic because you don't want to cause harm to none of your loved ones by sharing the pandemic itself or getting it from one of them or having friends come around and spread it too, because everybody doesn't believe in the vaccinations, and with that it's hard to meet as a group or anything. So it's kind of like a spreading apart of family and friends right now, because everybody is cautious about the pandemic. So you really don't have that family gathering or that friendship gathering at the moment. But soon as this lighten up and it's really become available to do that, I'm quite sure people will get together and show great love for one another.
That's what's up. So let me I don't know what your tastes are as far as music. Let me know what your tastes are, but let me ask you this question. What type of music you like, and what was the music like back in your day compared to today, and what were some of your favorites, and what does music mean to you?
Well, music in my day was party music, where you could go and listen to music and go to parties and want to stay up all night dancing and having fun, laughing and joking with your friends. And to me, the old school music is my main objective. Like even on my Facebook account, I've been recording different type of sounds and stuff, and 90% of it is old school music, because that's what I'm really into. That's what I enjoy.
When you say old school, who specifically are you talking about? Like, drop some names.
Like the Temptations, the Spinners, the Stylistics, Harold Babbitt and the Blue Notes, real meaningful singers.
The crooners. The crooners.
Yeah.
The ones that used to blow and sing to the ladies, right?
Right. You understand? And that you could get some. It used to be a time, if you played the right music, you wouldn't have to say much to even get a lady to get involved with you. Nowadays, with this new modern music they got, with the rap and the gangster rap and the electric music and stuff like that, it's just too wild for me, because young women nowadays don't want to be romanced. They want to be, in a way, forced and bullied because they like being called names and being told to do outrageous stuff and whatnot. They think that's the way that they can please their band, which actually, in all actuality, it's only degrading themselves and degrading the meaning of being a true woman. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel you on that. But some of them I can agree with that, you know. But you
Yeah,
know,
I mean,
I look at it like this. Every generation has its form of for the best euphemistic term I can use is exhibitionist. You know,
Right.
we've all had our exhibitionists in each generation, and we just see them as they are because each generation had its own individual shock value to the generation before it. You know, because it's things that the generations before us that they wouldn't do. And when we came along, you know, y'all and the spinners and all them and everything, that was like way out to them, you know.
Yes, it was.
You know, and so they was like, you know, they was calling us, you know, say y'all heathens, and this, you know, and it was and then their generation, what they had was Satchmo and all of them. Their parents called that music devil music, you know.
Right.
So it was always an evolution with the music. You know, the music is what heals the soul, you know.
Everybody got their own.
Yeah, it's either gonna heal you or it's gonna harm you, you know.
Right.
Because some of it is. But I understand what you're saying, though.
Yeah,
I
don't believe in music and the way women accept being called trifling names.
Oh yeah. I agree with you on that. I agree with you on that. Yeah, I totally feel you on that. There's when a woman is
too easy.
Yeah, when people can make their art creative without being vulgar, yeah. If they can be creative without being vulgar, if you know. Because you could do some vulgar things and still be creative with it to a point where the shock value of it is preserved in the expose, but it's not over the top, you know,
right?
Or under the bottom. Artists know how to paint a picture. You know, it could be a naked woman or a naked man, but they can do it in a way where it's artistic. It's tasteful, yeah. But I understand what you're saying, and I agree with you because really, when you're dealing with this kind of music and you got the little kids and everybody thinking of the generation is lost because they're not being taught moral values, you know.
Just think about it. Since this new type of music been coming out, the population of jails that went up because the music is telling them to shoot people and be a gangster and all this, and half of them don't even know what a gangster means.
Right.
And then a lot of women has been disrespected because of the drug scene, and they doing any and everything for the drugs. Yeah. So therefore, they losing self-respect. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's hard to find a group of women that's young that still got their faculties together.
Yeah.
You know, it's a deeper thing than that, but you know, like I don't like to get into it.
Yeah, I feel you. That's we understand where you come from, and I think everybody agrees with that, you know, to a degree. You know, some folks gonna say, well, they just expressing themselves, and I understand that. I understand that too. I understand that too, but it's like like I said, every generation has a shock value to the generation before it, and I think what everything needs is one thing I appreciate with the social media and the streaming services and stuff is that everything is on an even playing field, and you can filter out what you don't want and what you do want, and so you can individualize your experience, and I think everybody will be able to
see, that's freedom of expression.
yeah, everybody will be able to judge your character. You can tell a lot by from a man or a woman by the type of music they listen to, and then you can learn how their character is by what they create and what they listen to, what they gravitate towards, what during the day, what's your vibe, and when you listen to their vibe, you're like, man, that's going to tell you a lot about where their mind is at. But it may be, not necessarily saying their mind is there. They may use some stuff to numb a lot of pain they going through, so so it's a lot out there now, and it's a lot accessible to people, and I think that I don't think it should be censored. I just think everything should be put in its proper place. Don't expose children and young impressionable minds to things that are too adult-like, because
that's what's happening because adults now
causes damage to their development
in front of their kids.
Yeah.
Where in our day we had to leave out the house.
Right.
You see, when adults talk, you did not sit up under them.
Right.
Now, these new adults is getting high with their kids. They be talking about any and everything with their kids.
Right.
And that's not the way to be, because you letting your kids learn too much too fast in the wrong way.
Right.
You might be angry at someone and you saying what you saying about them in front of your kid. Well, your kid then
will start developing that same type of attitude.
Right.
Yeah, you're right. So I'm gonna ask you one last, make this short and sweet. One last question. As a senior in this 21st century aesthetic, what is your view of where the world needs to evolve moving forward, first for us as Detroiters, and then as the diaspora of the human family?
Well, to me, it seems like that's a hard question to answer.
I mean, just give a general synopsis. I'm not trying to tell you to save the world. Yeah. I'm like, give a few things of what you think as a senior, what you've seen. Say if you look at the world as your relatives, and how would you?
What I would think the world should do is re-educate the population. Put them back to the point where you have to learn things in stages instead of trying to absorb everything at once. And that's what these young folks are doing to me. They're trying to absorb too much. That's why when you try to tell them something, they always say, well, you don't know more than me. How can a person older than you not know more than you, and they done live longer than you? They done experienced things you haven't even come to do. Hello?
Yeah, I'm listening.
So, that's my way of thinking about it. Because these kids are so disrespectful nowadays. Sometimes you might not even want to talk to them. because they already figure they know what you gonna say and how you gonna say it and what it means, when they don't even have the brain power to conceive what you are saying.
Yeah.
You know, that's my point of view on it.
Okay. Anything about anything about how the world could be changed? Anything as far as, you know, I know that's the root of it, the family development. You know, as
Right.
far as you know, like to say, what you think about the statement, train up a child. From the verse in the Bible, train up a child in the way he should go. I made this statement like this: train up a child in the way he should go, not the way you went.
Yeah, nah, that's a good way to put it. Because if you actually show them a better way than the way you live, then they should grab something out of that to make their life better.
Yeah.
But you can only let them know so much about the way you live, because you don't want them to get curious and say, well, if I'd have did it that way, it might have worked. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because sometimes some people did, you don't want your child to ever experience.
Right.
Good, bad, or whatever.
Right.
Because that you know, sometimes it's just not for any adult to even experience.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So basically that's about it with me.
That's what's up. So let me ask you this: do you have any kind of what I want to say, remnants of any kind of talent that you used to do?
The only talents I really had as a person coming up was, in my younger days, I used to be quite athletic.
Oh, okay.
And other than that, I don't have any musical skills or singing skills or, you know, anything of that sort.
Okay, well you got some wisdom. So give us some wise words as we close this out, as far as if you were going to talk to the next generation, the past generation, and the present generation, all at the same time, how would you form your words to communicate to them?
Well, the way I would say it is like this. Respect the people who are older than you, because if you sit down and talk with them as a younger person, you can always find something in their conversation that you can learn from. That's it.
That's what's up. Thank you very much. You have a good evening, brother.
You too, now.
where it used to be is now just a six-pack of Stella. Souls dismembers. I didn't run the streets. Whenever I walked them, I didn't get caught up. Nobody bothered me. Crosses of peace. If you ever carry one, especially for him, all your sins will be forgiven. Because Lord knows we was out on the hog living, hood right, night bright, in the street lights. The man set a new standard. Detroit Cool Motown School, where Riri got her R.E.S.P.E.C.T. and Marvin dropped dime on the college. This city, temple of visionaries, awakened many as emissaries whenever and wherever we found it necessary. By any means, Detroit, we put the world on wheels, gave it its rhythm and ease on down the road. Wrote the soundtracks of life, Renaissance, our center in Cobo Hall. The Brown Bomber still stands, even though they tore down the Joe for no reason at all. Pandemic changed everything, even though Obama was caught. Exit sign 94 West, traveling east. All aboard, y'all. Come on and ride across Mac's back and lay down your burdens down by the riverside. Ride the giant slide. Park the mothership in our plaza on the fountain and go to different worlds. Pimp down back in a Cadillac. Bring that Motor City Freeway B-Boy Galactic back. But the facts, Detroit never left. We always right. Whether you on some gangsta ish or the life of the party. Wherever you go, the people always know Detroit is everybody.